Street culture keep the big shows. One set of girls and banner. Cause I done fed up, you done fed up, he done fed up, she done fed up, we done fed up, the people fed up. They hide the corruption inside the cup. Look how evil set up. The people fed up. Every picture you take and promise you make, everything you do is about clouds. Then you come into me for I shake your hand, there's nothing to smile about. Corruption inside every sector, but when it comes to them they send you. Try investigate efficiency, right? Go talk to Barrett and Sue. Cause I done fed up, you done fed up, he done fed up, she done fed up, we done fed up, the people fed up. You're hiding corruption inside the cup. Look how evil set up. The people fed up. I done fed up on the dirty water, low pressure, want scream and tell somebody. Imagine 1500 US and they're telling me super salary. I done fed up on the unemployment racism and the lie they say one Guyana. Cause when you look with the oil money going, circulate with one set of banner. Cause I done fed up, you done fed up, he done fed up, she done fed up, we done fed up, the people fed up. You're hiding corruption inside the cup. Look how evil set up. The people fed up.
My name is Jasity Kaldata, Francis Vietnam, and since 1965 I become a voter, and I always place my X next to the cup, and what they are doing today, I can't take it. So I have no more vote to give to PPP anymore. I'm not going to vote anymore no more. If they have to lose by one vote, they're losing it by data.
You could probably, on the maritime area, give Venezuela a channel out to the sea. So you make a
there and fabricate that. Unless you say who the person is, I can't comment on anonymous people.
Okay, well, let's talk about specific individuals. What is your relationship with Mr. Su Jurong?
Su? Oh, Su.
Nung em. Ông hiểu.
I thought you come and telling you support Picture to support me in the next election. President Daddy is one person who's always remembered me. From since he was a minister, he's always remembered me. He's been a friend to me. And I'm giving you a second term. I said I'm
nung em.
There and fabricate that. Unless you say who the person is, I can't comment on anonymous people.
Okay, well, let's talk about specific individuals. What is your relationship with Mr. Su Jurong?
Su? Oh, Su? My relationship? Nothing. He's a tenant in...
He is. I mean, the lies and the lies and the lies and the lies and the corruption upon corruption upon corruption. I don't know. Hey, good night. How are you guys doing? My name is Mark Benshop. I just don't know where to start off tonight. Massive corruption in Guyana, racism. I know some of you that don't like to hear that word racism, right? It makes some of you shiver. Yeah. Some people, when they're talking about South Africa, you can't talk about racism there. They jump to defend just one set of people. And those, the original set of people of South Africa and Africa, it's like they're what? You know what I mean? Read between the lines. But let's shift away from South Africa and go to Guyana, because Guyana is a little apartheid state headed by some hood rats. Jack Daw and all these guys and Irfan Ali, you know those hood rats. You know who they are, right? And now, thank you all for sharing the link. I'll take a look in the comment section. And I'm not going to say good night to anybody specifically, just all of you. Good night to all of you, because people, they get upset when you don't say good night to them. It's like they put their jackets on and they're just ready to just walk around, and or they just want to come and tell you some Nancy story, or I don't know what's happening. People, I just can't say hello to anybody in the audience any longer. They just get upset. So I'm just going to be in general. Good night to all of you, every single one of you. You guys don't know what we have to go through, man. Every single day they get vexed. People bumps race. How are you guys doing? Every single one of you. Like I said, I'm not going to call names, but good night to Brennan Thompson. Good night to Neville Setal, also known as Civic. Deborah Shirona Lynch, Troy Fraser, Denise Booker, the entire crew. Yep, you got what I'm saying, Don Smith. Bumps raised, right? Maybe I should start getting some T-shirts and bumps raised T-shirts, right? June Chase, how are you doing? Astel, all of you. You guys are the straight up family. We protect each other here. And in protecting each other, you got to share the link. If you don't share the link, how are we going to share the links? Links tonight, right? All right, how was your day, guys? Well, for me, what can I say? All right, let's start right off the bat. But first of all, let me thank you guys for sharing the link. Let's get straight down into business right off the bat. Village Voice. This guy, Sherwin Greaves, resigns amid controversy. Lots and lots of controversy. And now I am of the view that this guy didn't resign. Again, I repeat, and that's just my opinion. I believe that he was fired. That's just, again, my opinion. How these things happen is once they're hit with some sort of controversy and embarrassment, this is what despotic regimes and their leaders do. They call and they ask the individual to get rid of the individual, so to speak. And so this guy didn't resign on his own. I repeat, this guy did not resign on his own. It is my belief, mind you, that he was fired. This Banner was fired. How many of you guys agree with me? You don't have to agree with me, right? Leighton Charles and others, because some people feel that this is a program that you have to agree with me. And only when you agree with me, then we're going to get along and nobody's bumps is going to raise, right? No. But when some folks, and you know the trench crappos, they come with silliness, we are not going to tolerate them with silliness because it's part of a distraction. And so they go straight into the gutter, the trench. We send them straight into the trench. And so here is what's happening. Here is what's happening. Right off the bat. Here is what's happening. Right off the bat. Now let me say to you guys, this guy was fired. It is so embarrassing. According to information, the allegations is that this guy has a couple of properties in Queens. A couple of properties in Queens, New York. And now he's just an ordinary public servant. He's head of an agency. And the question is, where did he get the money from? Is there some sort of a deal that's going on? Is it some sort, I repeat, I'm asking, I could even ask Emma, our co-producer here. Do you think it's a deal that's going on, Emma? Is it a deal? You think it's a deal? Yes or no?
Yes.
Yes. Good. So it is a deal. And by the way, my co-host tonight is your name? Come on. Your name?
Emma.
Emma what? Emma Sophia. There you go. My co-host tonight, she's from Linden. All right. You just wanted to say hi to everyone, right? Say hi and bye. Say bye. There you go. All right. Good. Happy now? Oh, there you go. I think Emma likes the camera, all right? Emma wants to be a talk show host, right? All right. Good job. All right. So that's my co-host, Emma Benshap there. But let's get back to this here now. This guy was, in my opinion, I believe he was fired. I believe he was fired. How many of you guys think he was fired? Don't be afraid. Put fired. Fired. He was fired. But they package it to say, because when Jagdeo doesn't like people who make money, you know. He doesn't, because Jagdeo, they believe that they're the only ones that could make money in Guyana. And so that's it. He found out that this guy was probably, according to information, giving away lots and lots of lands. And that's exactly what was happening, according to information. And so they had to, right? Now they had to say, get out of here. Get out of here. They had to fire him. He had to go. He's an embarrassment to them. But here is what's happening. Here's what's going through my mind, guys. As you join the program tonight, let me just say good night. Kenneth the floormat says sacked. No, man, sacked some a little bit too nice, right? A little bit too nice, right? A little bit too nice. Okay, a little bit too nice. Sorry about that. Folks are messaging me here, saying that he was fired. All right, well, he may come out and say that he wasn't fired. Again, he may come out and say that he wasn't fired, but Rajan Bim and others says he was fired. Now let's get back into this here. And here's what I want to at least let you guys see. A lot of you guys already know this. But before we get to what I really want to say this evening, and lots and lots of reports about corruption. I repeat, lots and lots of reports, allegations of corruption at the Guyana Lands and Surveys Commission. Lots and lots of people are complaining that their lands are being taken away and suddenly end up in the hands of overseas-based Guyanese who are connected to the PPP. Hundreds upon hundreds of acres of lands. And very soon you guys may be hearing lawsuits or whatever else, lawsuits and so forth. And you guys may just be hearing about that pretty soon. But this guy, who is the chairman or commissioner, CEO, all right, Enrique Muniz. Now this guy lives next to the Hindu College in Cove and John, that's East Coast Demerara. And he has a huge plot of land, and it used to be very small, set to be on the government reserve, and it's about 150 feet from the public road. And, you know, people are talking, residents are talking about what's happening there. And so maybe we should start with trying to find out whether he, according to information, took the government reserve. We don't know as yet. And this guy sits there as the CEO of Guyana Lands and Surveys. And there are reports, and of course we have lots of reports and evidence where the Guyana Lands and Surveys, they are taking away people's lands. People have leased lands, and people have that right to say that they want to ensure that a family member or a relative has access to that land and so forth. So if it's a 50-year lease and they want to ensure that their family members are part of that too, these kunumunus at the Guyana Lands and Surveys Commission say, no. Yet, corrupt individuals connected to the PPP regime are given out transports and all manner of things, leases for 50 years, 100 years, and so forth. But the ordinary people looking like, you know who, they just don't have that sort of access to lands and surveys. Lots and lots of corruption, I repeat. Lots and lots of corruption at lands and surveys. How many of you guys watching this program right now got issues or have issues? I repeat, how many of you have issues or you know of individuals who have issues at lands and surveys? How many of you have issues at lands and surveys? How many are you know of individuals? Feel free to talk up. Feel free to speak out. It's okay. Feel free to speak out, guys. This is Straight Up on 107.1 FM. 107.1 FM. Binka Peters. Binka. Good night, Binka Peters. Binka Peters is saying here, travel from America to Guyana, see how many plane full with Indian Guyanese running home. Y'all believe is for nothing? They're running home? Binka Peters, really? Interesting. Interesting. I don't know about that, but I know a lot of folks who are Indian Guyanese are not going home. You mean running home or running away from home, Binka? Binka. Good night to you, Binka, and others. Let's keep an eye on Binka. Let's keep an eye. Right, Princess? Let's keep an eye on Binka. Princess is saying the thief, them is thieves. Can't? At lands and surveys, they're thieves. At central housing, they're thieves. At Ministry of Housing, they're thieves. They are vagabonds. That is what they are. That is exactly what they are, Princess Nancy, Keith, all of you guys watching right now, June London, all of you. These folks in the PPP regime are thieves. Right, Emma? They're all thieves. And by the way, Emma is helping me now. She is our executive producer for the week. Our executive producer for the week. She's here helping us. Now, here what happens. When you look like this guy, and they have allegations of corruption, you're asked to resign. In other words, you're fired. Let me walk you through. What happened to this one here? She was removed, right? Allegations of corruption and money laundering, probably, maybe, and connections to the Mohammeds and so forth who were sanctioned by US. She was removed. She was searched and all manner of things at the airport. She was removed, but we're told that she's still being paid by taxpayers, right? She was removed. Look at her ethnicity. Removed. Look at his ethnicity. Removed. You get the picture, right? Take a look at this girl. Hicks used to be the permanent secretary within the ministry of Indigenous Affairs now. Amerindian or Indigenous Affairs. She was removed. Take a look at her. Take a look at him. Removed. Take a look at her. Removed. Take a look at her. Removed. Now, we're talking about people who are either fired or removed. And so far, you get the drift. Let me take a look at the letters, the section here. Let's take a look. Do you guys get the drift? You guys get where I'm going with this here? And now if those pakus, those corrupt individuals at the Ethnic Relations Commission watching, I want them to listen. Let them take out a pen and pencil. Do you guys get the drift? Beatrice Selby, you got the drift, right? All right. You got the drift, right? You celebrated your birthday the other day. But you guys get the drift, right? Removed. Take a look at those who are being removed. Removed. Take a look. Take a look at this guy here now. Senior police officer taken before the court. Allegations of corruption. All manner of things. What they want to do with him, remove him. You guys got the drift, right? I hope you guys got the drift. Take a look at this policeman here too. Dion Bascom. What do you think happened with him? Removed. removed. Now, with all the corruption happening at GPL, I repeat, with all the corruption at GPL, wasn't it Irfan Ali who said, it's gonna roll? Anybody removed? Anybody fired? No. Again, I ask the question, anybody removed? Nope. Anybody fired? Nope. Anybody sacked? Nope. Anybody gotten rid of? Nope. At GPL? Good. At Central Housing, all of the corruption, allegations of serious corruption by the director, finance director, allegations, mind you, and other senior officials at the Central Housing Authority, serious allegations of corruption. Are they removed? No, they're not being removed. You know why? Because they don't look like this Paku here. They don't look like this Paku, and so they're not going to be removed. They're not going anywhere. They're not going to be fired. They're not going to resign. They're not going to be removed. Right, Emma? They're not going to be sacked. But it seems as though only folks like this Paku, this low-level trench crapo, are the ones who are being removed and fired. I hope you guys got the drift, because we all got the drift. My deputy here, Emma, got the drift. All of you there got the drift, but I'm not done as yet. No, wait a minute. Let's go back to Brutus, Emma. There we go. Thank you, Emma. Let's go back to Brutus. Now, Brutus, allegations of corruption, he was removed. There are other senior officers. One guy who recently was removed from Region 1, commander, and they promoted him. And there are lots of others like him too, right? They weren't removed. They weren't fired. They weren't interdicted or anything like that. They were just placed in a higher position. GPL, they're not fired. They're not reassigned. They're not asked to resign. You know why? Because of their ethnicity. And now we've got to be straight up. It is because of their ethnicity. They're whine around, turn around, go here, go there, but they're not fired. They're not sacked. They're not removed. Only these chaps. Now let's talk about charges too, right? Look at what they do. Look at what the corrupt PPP regime do. Take a look at this. Take a look at all of them. Take a look at all of them, their ethnicity. Take a look. You target them. You go after them. You charge them. You persecute them. And all manner of things. That is what they do. That is what the corrupt PPP regime is there doing in Guyana. They're targeting persons of African descent. They're charging them. They're persecuting them and everything. So we move away from the Pakus who are forced to resign. And when I say the Pakus, you know the Pakus, I'm talking about the Pakus. We all know the Pakus who are asked to resign, or some of them who were just removed because this guy, Bascom, doing what is right, was removed. This guy, well, got into some problems, removed. These people now are being charged. Take a look. Take a look at them. Take a look at the people who are being fired. Take a look at the people who are being removed. Take a look at the people who are being persecuted. And now let's go to this. Take a look at this here too. This is Paul Slow and his crew. Where's Paul Slow? There he is. You can't miss Paul Slow. He's a professor there. He's like, what are they doing taking my photograph? So that's Paul Slow and the crew. Take a look, guys, at their ethnicity. Take a quick look at their ethnicity. Take a look at their ethnicity, guys. Get the picture? Get the drift? I know some of them out there might be saying, oh, why Ben Sharp and them are always talking about race. Well, you've got to. You've got to talk about it. They're all persons of African descent. They're all black folks. Well, one guy in an interview said that he's a black man. He's a black man too. Well, he admitted, Philip Basdeo, at least he spoke the truth on something there, that he is a black guy. until others realize that too, that they're all black people. But take a look at these guys who have been persecuted under the corrupt PPP regime. All of them, every single one of them. And guess what? We're not done as yet, right, guys? Right, folks? Right, Emma? We're not done as yet. Here's what's happening now. We move from those who are removed, fired, or asked to resign. All one ethnic group. All one ethnic group. All are one ethnic group. All are one ethnic group, right? All of them are one ethnic group. I will take a pause. So let me ask Emma a question. Emma, who's that? Who's that lady? You know her? What's her name?
Rosa Parks.
Rosa Parks. Good, good. Mwah. All right, then. You park up over there and finish up your homework. Thank you. All right? I know you like that. Camera and so forth. One of these days you'll have your own show. You can do everything on your show, Emma. Every single thing you can do, sweetheart. And speaking of Rosa Parks, today happens to be her birth anniversary. Oh, yeah. Her of the 4th of February. Yep. So she has fought the good fight for all of us. Now let's go back. We spoke about those who were fired. Well, good riddance. We spoke about who were fired or supposedly resigned. Good riddance. We spoke about those who were fired or supposedly resigned. Good riddance. We spoke about those who are interdicted or whatever are to be watching the battle. You get them under a tight squeeze, right? And these are the things that's happening. We spoke about Bascom. Look at what happened to Bascom, right? Fighting a good fight. These are the kinds of people that they target. Only one set of people they target, whether they are kulumunus, whether they are low-level trench crappos in the PPP, right? They are fired or removed or resigned, asked to resign. Fancy word now. So we spoke about folks who are being persecuted. Look, one, all the same. Take a look. Persecuted. And then we go to this here now. This is how. And when you talk about the racism, when you talk about apartheid Guyana, they get vexed. Their bumps raise. Do you see them going anywhere else in Guyana and treating people like this? I'm not saying that they should treat people like this, but look at the people that they're treating like this. Take a look at the people. Take a look at the people. I noticed there's who is it? Colin Moore is asking, what are you doing? No, Colin, don't. I hope that question is not for me. Right, good. So, all right. So look at what's happening. Because if you're asking me what I'm doing, that's not a question for me. Go and ask those politicians in Guyana, what are they doing? Good night, Ernest Elliott and others. Tony, what's going on? Tony Hack. So you see what I'm showing you guys, right? Take a look at this woman. Take a look at the area Mocha or Mocha, Arcadia, right? Mocha, Arcadia. They went in there. They bulldozed the people's land. They broke up the people's businesses. And this woman stood up and was fighting for her rights. And look what they did to her. Manhandled her, charged her, and every single thing. That is what they did because she was brave to stand up, not only for herself, but for her community. When this corrupt PPP regime is out of office this elections, all these people in Mocha, Arcadia, and other places, they've got to get their lands back. And they've got to be properly compensated. And all the charges against this woman have to be dropped. Every single one of those charges have to be dropped against her and others who stand up and fight the corrupt PPP regime. That is exactly what is happening. This is what's happening in Guyana, guys. But when you talk, they vex. You can't talk. They want the ERC to come after you. The Ethnic Relations Commission, the corrupt Ethnic Relations Commission. They have nothing to do but to go after people who speak out. As long as you're part of the opposition, they go after you. It doesn't matter your ethnicity. They went after Malcolm Harry Paul, retired lieutenant of the Guyana Defense Force. He said basically that Jack Deo and Irfan, they want those guys in the Guyana Defense Force, mainly persons of African descent, to go and fight at the border. But yet Jack Deo, they wouldn't encourage their family and their friends and their kunumunus and their concubines to go join the military. And then guess what? They charge Malcolm Harry Paul with cybercrime. He goes to court. We got to keep an eye on that case because they want to persecute Malcolm Harry Paul, just as they persecuted Rhonda Lane and others. Poor Rhonda Lane, in do nothing, had a very weak case, and they targeted Rhonda Lane, charged Rhonda Lane, and they found her guilty, even though they had no evidence against her. The poor woman had to find, God in heaven knows where she found $500,000 Guyana dollars, guys. $500,000 Guyana dollars. But this is a woman who goes out there every single day to fight for them and fight for people's rights. But yet she couldn't find a lawyer in the opposition to help her. One particular lawyer she called, I'm not going to call the name. She called and asked for representation. Say, you get the money? You get money? You get the money? That's life, eh? Y'all think it's easy? Rhonda was left on her own, guys, to battle her own battle all by herself. It makes sense, right? Left on her own to battle her own battle in the court. But yet she goes out in front of GCOM every single day. And when there's a protest somewhere, guess who is there? Rhonda Lane. On all the programs, she's there. Good morning, Kadaki. Or good morning, good night, Mark. She's all over. Salute to you, Rhonda. But that is what the PPP regime does. They target those people. Somebody said call names. Me ain't calling names. I ain't calling names. There weren't folks in the opposition lawyers who went out there to support Rhonda Lane. That one particular individual, you get the money. You gotta get money. I gotta get money. You know, I gotta eat. We all got to eat, but sometimes you got to make sacrifices, guys. You got to make sacrifices. Whether you're a lawyer or whether you're a consultant or whatever it is, whether you're a businessman, whatever it is, you've got to make sacrifices. Sometimes it's not all about the money. I am telling you guys, straight up, sometimes it's not all about the money. You've got to make sacrifices. Of course, people got to eat, right? You run a business, you got to eat. But sometimes you've got to make sacrifices. Take a look at Rhonda Lane. Rhonda Lane said, thanks, Mark. Y'all think of, she's right here. She is right here. Mr. John Jones, if you want to find out is who, just listen to how I speak and you probably get a drift. You get the money? You get the money? And that is what, and then them guys, some of them in the opposition, take a look. Take a look. Let's take you back to Mocha Arcadia. What's really going on with this? There's big fanfare, camera, lights, camera. Who gonna represent them and who gonna this and who gonna that? And guess what happened? Nothing. Ain't nothing happened. The people, for the most part, and now I'm not knocking folks like MP Nima Flew Best. She was there. She did her best, but more needed to be done to stand up. If all the people at Mocha would have gone out, shut Mocha down, shut the roads down, block traffic and all these sort of things to stop those thieves, those vagabonds who went into their village, stole their ancestral lands. And Jack Day, when Irfan said development, it's not about development, it's about thieving the people's lands. That is what they did. They're a pack of thieves, and that is what they did to the people of Mocha. But as soon as the election's over and these PACUs, these PPP PACUs are out of office, the people got to get their lands back. The people got to get their dignity back. The people got to get their ancestral community back intact. Simple as that. And that Mocha alone, they did this too, you know. They went to other places. Look, this is Mocha. This is how they roll, you know. This is how the PPP roll. They go into predominantly black communities and they destroy your properties. They destroy your lands. They destroy your business. They destroy your families. They just destroy every single thing because they don't care about the people. And when they do this, they take all of your lands away and they give it to their friends and their cronies. Some of them are crybabies from Queens or wherever, not just about Queens. Mind you, so I don't want people to think I'm picking on Queens. It's the only reason is because some of the Pakus are from Queens are going down because of their connections to Irfan Ali and all these things. Some of them building hospitals. What I know about hospitals. Some of them building funeral home. What I know about funeral home. They might, my funeral home might be good, right? If you know what I mean. But at the end of the day, you look, it's only a handful of people. Handful of people getting access to the natural resources, getting access to lands and all manner of things. All manner of things. And take a look. Mocha have no regards to the people. This is the people of Mocha trying to make a living. And this is what's happening to them. And not only Mocha, you guys remember, this is Linden, Amelia Wards, Linden. All of these things that people have to endure under a corrupt PPP regime. What more? What more evidence you guys need? What more? I'm asking a question. What more evidence do you guys need? I don't know. I just don't get it. What more you guys need to see that the PPP is not only corrupt, not only racist, but they are anti-persons of African descent. They do not want African descent to breathe in Guyana. If they could stifle them and then go into the communities and just give them little handouts. Give them little handouts, brainwash them, drive through with a couple little fancy sports cars and brainwash them because they feel that's a distraction. Troy Fraser is asking, what about Peters Hall? Of course, we can't forget that. We're only one set of people were compensated properly, and the other set were given crumbs. And because they refused crumbs, like, that one elderly lady, Vashti, because she refused crumbs, she become a bad person in the eyes of the wicked, demonic folks in the PPP regime. That's what's happening, guys. That's exactly what's happening. Rion Webster is saying, hey, Mark, did you hear Ramaya resigned from Region 6 citing corruption? Well, Ramaya's middle name is Resign, Ramaya forever resigning. I repeat, Ramaya is forever resigning. Right, Emma? He is forever. I think tonight Emma has a plan, guys. So we're going to stick to this plan with Emma. I think I know what the plan is. She has a plan. And so Ramaya is forever resigning. Every minute he resigning. Since the coalition day, may I resign? May I resign? May I resign? But this resignation is a good resignation, is for a better cause. And this time he's saying that he resigned, citing corruption, 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 corruption in Guyana, Emma. Corruption under a racist PPP regime in Guyana, Emma. And one day, Guyana must be able to breathe again for young people like you and other generations to come. Beautiful Guyana. I mean, look, Emma was born here. Emma, it's as though she knows a lot about Guyana. Right, Emma? Where in Guyana are you from? Tell the people, come on, where?
London.
Where?
London.
Linden? Where else in Guyana you know? Georgetown, Berbice. Good job. So Emma wants to hang with us tonight. It's okay, guys. Right? Remember when I was her age, parents put 2 lashes on you and send you packing. Times have changed. But Rayon Webster is correct. And this time I agree with this resignation from my friend Ramaya. Dr. Ramaya, congratulations. But Ramaya now is citing corruption. But all the time they get massive corruption on the quarantine, you know, with those so-called contractors. Ramaya will tell you about suddenly 10 folks in one house alone are contractors and they're getting contracts. Then they get no experience. Then they get nothing. Then they even get education. Is it education or well, they don't have that, right? And guess what? Them get contracts. Ramaya knows about it, but Ramaya resigns this time around because I suspect that he get beef with them banners in Queens. Because Baldia and these guys probably are in the habit of calling folks like Dr. Ramaya quack doctor. Right? So Ramaya, you did the good thing though. You resign. Show them they want to call you quack doctor. Keep talking out, Ramaya. You have my support 100%. And whenever you need to come on this show, feel free to come on. Now, let's go to Queens now as we prepare to wrap up. Right, Emma? We prepare to close off tonight's program. And take a look at this. Take a listen to this, guys. Take a listen to this.
There will never be democracy in the true sense. Yeah, I want to tell you guys, President Trump was very instrumental, and he orchestrated that his representative takes measures to restore peace and fair and democracy election in Guyana. So now the media pointing fingers at, well, they say, fake news. I support that line, fake news. Please remember to vote Republican. If it wasn't for President Trump again, there will never be a PPP government in Guyana. And democracy. Ladies and gentlemen, 2024 will be the big day. It's called Judgment Day, where Republican will take this United States back in full control. Any folks would like to say something here, please come free. On this ballot, on this information here, this is reflecting that way you should say no on the ballot pertaining to these conditions. When you go to the polling station, I think you'll be having something of this nature. Vote, say no to all these changes. You have a race theory.
God in heaven knows what he's saying there. Vishnu Mahadev, I believe it is, right? God in heaven knows what Vishnu's saying there. But the vote for Trump, I don't even think, where's Vishnu? We don't even see Vishnu down Liberty Avenue. You know, encouraging people to vote and then check out what's happening, Jacket and others and Nancy. Check out what's happening in Queens, right? Check out what you think these folks easy?
There will never be democracy in the true sense. Yeah, I want to tell you guys, President Trump was very instrumental, and he orchestrated that his representative takes measures to restore peace and fair and democracy election in Guyana. So now the media pointing fingers at, well, they say, fake news. I support that line, fake news. Please remember.
The massive free and democracy elections in Guyana. Free and democracy elections in Guyana. I don't know what else we should say tonight. But if y'all in wake up, right, Egerton, David, and others, if they don't wake up, can't eat everybody's dinner. Everybody's dinner can't eat. I don't know. We're out of here, guys. I think Emma has some other plans. Emma wanted to co-host with me tonight, and she just wanted to probably say hi to some of her friends who might be watching and so forth. So I already peeped the card. I know what's going on. But all of you out there, though, we love you guys. God bless you. We'll be back tomorrow, same place, same time, right here on 107.1 FM. Kadaki show is in the morning. Then you have David Hines. Then you have, who else? You have Sherrod Duncan. You have others. Go ahead and watch their show. Wayne, Caesar, good night. All of you, good night. Every single one of you. We love you guys. God bless you. And see y'all tomorrow, same place, same time. Because Emma has a plan for tonight. And so she's my co-host. Say bye-bye. Say bye-bye. And God bless you all, right? Okay, we love you guys. So long.
I can't take it no more. I can't take it no more. Can't take it no more. Imagine 18 hours of blackout and you're telling people progress. Cost of living gone up 100%. Get your give public servant less. inside every sector. But when it comes to them, they send you. Try investigate efficiency, right? Go talk to Barrett and Sue, cause I done fed up. You done fed up. He done fed up. She done fed up. We done fed up. The people fed up. You're hiding corruption inside the cup. Look how evil set up. The people fed up. I done fed up on the dirty water, low pressure, want scream and tell somebody. Imagine 1500 US and they're telling me super salary. I done fed up on the unemployment racism and the lie they say one Guyana. Cause when you look with the oil money going, circulate with one set of banner. Cause I done fed up, you done fed up, he done fed up, she done fed up, we done fed up, the people fed up. You're hiding corruption inside the cup, look how evil set up. The people fed up. And you're telling people progress. Cost of living gone up 100%, yet you give public servant less. Mr. President, listen to the people. Search your soul and you will confess. I want you try surviving on the public base, then you're gonna know but stress. Cause I done fed up, you done fed up, he done fed up, she done fed up, we done fed up, the people fed up. You're hiding corruption inside the cup, look how evil set up. The people fed up. They don't drive no fair with the citizen. They may want the people speak out. Freedom of speech done gone inside the gutter. Knock off when you open your mouth. Discrimination in entertainment. And you're talking about one Guyana. When the Ministry of Culture keep the big shows, one set of girls and banner. Cause I done fed up, you done fed up, he done fed up, she done fed up, we done fed up, the people fed up. You're hiding corruption inside the cup, look how evil set up. The people fed up. Every picture you take and promise you make, everything you do is about clouds. Then you come into me for I shake your hand, there's nothing to smile about. Corruption inside every sector, but when it comes to them they send you. Try investigate efficiency, right? Go talk to Barrett and Sue, cause I done fed up.